Hello, Sonia. How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you here in my home.
Yeah. Thank you very much to welcome me into your place. So today we are into my podcast, Le Pont des Arts, and I'm really happy to interview you. So first of all, can you just introduce yourself for all the guys who are going to check this podcast, please?
Yes. Hello, my name is Sonia. I'm in Instagram and I'm known as Soniabblondon, and I'm the owner of the Tryson Collection. So I started collecting, I think it was around 2007, and I started with Spanish artists. And then my collection evolved with me into street art. And then during COVID, I was so desperate that I couldn't go out to meet the street artists or to see the murals, or we couldn't leave the neighborhoods. So I started collecting more from artists from Asia, and I went very much into pop surrealism and a lot of colorful artwork, like this.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I like to dress colorful and collect colorful artworks. Yeah.
Okay. So it's bring joy and it feel a lot
For
of
me,
energy.
collecting is about the way I feel when I see the artwork. It's really about when I see it, like the first 5 minutes, or the first 5 seconds, I will say, in reality. And if this artwork is transmitting me anything, or I don't know, it's like a very strange sensation, you know?
Yeah, like a feeling.
It's a feeling, really, yeah.
Okay. And where do you come from?
So I'm from Barcelona, from Spain, and I am from a very conservative family. I'm a lawyer. I went to school in Barcelona with the uniform, very conservative, with the nuns, you know. And then when I finished my university, I came to London for 3 months to just as a present from my family, because I did it. And then I came to learn English, visit museums, musicals. I wanted to live a little bit the experience of London life. And then I met my husband, and I decided to stay, and I was working in different things, not as a lawyer. I was working in publishing for some years, and then in real estate. I had my own real estate company. I was always trying to find a way to be creative, because what I like is to create things. So I used to buy apartments that they were like in very bad shape, and they have not been renovated for 40 years. And then I created the concept of apartments in Barcelona, and I was working from overseas all the time. So I decided to have a concept. They were small apartments with 2 bedrooms, a balcony in a good area, and they all would be very cute, you know. But then afterwards I decided I wanted to be more into the art world, more into the creativity. So when I found the right time, I sold the business, and I decided to be a full-time art collector from 2018. And then since 2018, all my life, my passion, everything is about collecting art.
Yeah, so you was dedicated to live as a collectors and love the art.
Yes.
Okay.
And mentoring artists as well. I mentor a lot of artists. This is my passion. And it's like my philanthropic way to do something, you know, for the world. Yeah.
And your family, they was like into the art, or
no,
not too much?
My dad, he comes from a family that they are architects. So it was always like a kind of artistic part out of it, you know. And my granddad, he used to collect Catalan artists, and in fact they were in their home a lot of artists from his generation, and he was a very good friend with many artists. But both parts of the family, they were not what you call collectors. So on my dad's side, they are architects. On my mother's side, they are doctors. But they like art, and they always bought artworks from Catalan artists, but just for decoration, let's say, or for having a friendship with a particular artist.
And they support yourself into the art projects that you are going to manage, and also into your life as a collector?
No, not really.
Not really?
No, because they never liked this artistic part of me. they thought that it was better to be a lawyer.
Okay.
So I have never had the support from my family, from my parents or anybody in the family, but I have a lot of support from my husband and my children, this yes, and they are very much implied into the collection, and they are always like, we always discuss the artworks we buy, what we want to do, and if we are going to buy a particular artist or not. They are very much into the collection, and they know all the artists of the collection, they know everything. Yeah, I like my children to be involved. So I came up from a very conservative, non-artistic education, and my children, they had the opposite.
Yeah, they are really into the art world.
Yes.
Okay, this is great. And how do you manage to make your collections? Do you remember what was your first buying, your first acquisition of art?
I showed you yesterday. It's in the bathroom.
Ah, the black one?
The black one, yes. It's a Jaume Plensa painting. Well, it's not really painting. It's a kind of concrete. Yeah, it's very black with a black frame. It's a kind of a sculpture.
Yeah, sculptures and a canvas. Like
yes, exactly. So it's a really, I think this was the first artwork. It was a period of my life that I was a bit sad because one of my sons, they had health problems. And I decided that I want to be a collector, but I was not ready for color. So my first artwork was black.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you remember the date?
I think, I don't know, it was 2006 or 7.
Okay.
2006, 2007.
Okay, so you start to collect art from 2006?
Yeah, maybe
more or less.
2006, maybe I bought on that year like 2 or 3 artworks. And then from there in 2007 a bit more, 2008 a bit more.
Yeah.
And then every time I liked more. Then for a couple of years I didn't buy a lot because for me the art has to speak.
Yeah.
So if I don't find, because the tendencies are not exactly what I'm looking for or when the art is not speaking to me, so then I don't buy. For instance, I think I didn't buy artworks in 2012, 13, 14, something like that. I didn't buy and then I start buying again. I don't know, it's depends on, you know. I think to be a collector is like a style of life, and sometimes you find very good things and that they resonate with you and you are in the mood to buy, and some periods of time it's more about appreciating what you have, moving your artworks around the house, framing them, reading about the artists, looking at the documentaries, buying the art books. I always buy art books. I mean, you can see here.
Yeah, you have plenty
of art books, yes. I like these coffee table books. I love them, yeah.
Oh, this sounds amazing. And these works, that was your first works, you buy it from a gallery or directly to the...
No. Always I see the important role of the gallery, and most of the artworks, not everything. Some artists, they don't want to work with galleries, especially street artists, you know, and then I buy them directly from the artist, you know. But I will say 90-95% I always buy from the gallery. The first Jaume Plensa, I bought it in a gallery in Barcelona called Miguel Alzueta, and I bought many artworks from other artists in that gallery, and it's where I initiated my passion. I bought as well in other galleries, but in that gallery in particular, those first years I bought quite a lot of artworks, yes. Okay. Because I started in Barcelona, so all the first artists, they were all Spanish.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, this is good. And for you, because I understand that you want to buy all the work from the gallery, it's also a way to support the gallery, to have also maybe some information or some help on your special collections, or? I
have learned a lot from galleries, and galleries have helped me a lot as well to know about new artists, because you can't be all the time on the move, on doing research of everything, because the gallery gives you a kind of as well of guarantee, because when you buy from a gallery, the gallery have done their job. Yeah, they have certificate. You know that this is serious business. You know that they have other networking of collectors that they are buying the art. It's very important that the artists, they have a good networking of collectors following them. So if this artist is selling in different galleries, because I always recommend that the artists, they have to have many galleries, not only one gallery. And then it's important to have networking of collectors from different galleries. And now the art world is so global. There may be a group of collectors in Hong Kong, a group of collectors in Thailand, in Switzerland, in London, you know. So it's, I don't know, I have collector friends all over the world. It's really nice because then when you travel, you meet them in art fairs, go to Art Basel, you meet some, and then different places. Fries in London. It's really cool. Yeah.
And how did you manage to get in connections with all these collectors?
Many of them, either in art fairs or when I go to exhibitions. I have to say that I'm a person that I don't like to be always on the sofa, so I'm always on the move, you know. So it's like always like the sofa is burning.
Yeah,
you know? So if they offer me to go to exhibitions, the galleries that I know, I go, and many times I go even if I think, oh, this artist is not for me.
It's not for you, okay.
But for instance, I'm in London and the galleries that I know, they invite me. And if I have time, I go because I like to explore the things I don't like as well. Because it's easier when you see the things you don't like. Yeah. It's good to see because then you appreciate more what you like. And the other thing is that in every exhibition, you always meet someone and you talk. And maybe it's a collector, maybe it's an artist, maybe this collector recommends you another artist, or you have met this collector in another place. So it's a very nice ambience. And I feel that it's very important to support the galleries because they're doing a lot of work, and I think they deserve a little bit of support from the collectors, you know, because thanks to the galleries, they can find things for us.
Yeah, totally agree.
I always talk to a few galleries that they are supporting my collection, and I think without the role of the galleries, I would not have the collection I have, you know. For instance, in London, like Cal Costial Gallery or Pace Gallery, or in Paris, Perrotin Gallery, you know, or Sbero Gallery. It's like a lot of galleries that always have been supporting my collection, and I think it's very important for me to support them.
To support them and to give them change back.
Feedback as well, you know. Sometimes they ask me, why do you like this one? And it's good for them to talk to the collectors and to understand why I buy this and I don't buy that, or why I want. It's like maybe they offer me like a 4-meter piece, and I'm like, please, you know, it doesn't go through the stairs like it happened today, you know.
With a big painting.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And the interesting things is like also you can act like educate the gallery about a new kind of style, a new kind of artist that you like, no? Because we can see you have like in your house a lot of different sort of art, from graffiti to street art to more contemporary piece and also like major piece. But how you can help the artist to...
There are many artists that I know for many years that we have always like conversation, weekly conversations or monthly conversations, you know. And some artists, they ask me for my advice, or sometimes not even advice, my opinion, you know. It's like, I would like to go to a gallery, what do you think? I talk to this gallery or this other gallery, they want to make me a show, do you think I should do it or not? I think not every gallery is for every artist, and not every artist can do shows in every gallery, because it depends on their customers.
Yeah.
It's very important that the artists understand that, for example, if you are a street artist, there are some galleries that they don't have clients. They don't have clients as well. They buy street art, you know. And or there are some galleries that are more specialized in I don't know, abstract art. Other ones they are more specialized with the Asian artists, you know. So I try to give them a little bit of advice, because it has to make sense that the artist that is showing in one gallery, the show is successful. So, and if it's successful, it will say because the galleries, they have their collectors and they will buy. Yeah. But if this particular gallery doesn't have collectors for this type of art, I will recommend not to do the show there only for the name. You know, it's not about the name, really. It's about to have a good, serious gallery with a lot of experience that know their clients, that know their artists, and is doing like a puzzle and is mixing the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
And I talk to a lot of galleries about this, you know. Sometimes you go to an exhibition, you receive your PDF, they ask you which one do you like, would you like to buy something, and maybe I say, okay, I would like to buy this, or if this one is not available, I'll buy that, you know. And maybe the gallery is always trying to make all the collectors happy and all the arrangements. And but I have to say that I only buy the artworks I really like.
Okay.
So if it's not my choice, one or two, and the other ones I don't like, I prefer to wait for the next exhibition, even if it's in another gallery, you know. So sometimes I buy artworks in Europe or in Asia or in Middle East, everywhere, really, in the US. So I am really committed for the artists, you know.
Okay.
So I like to support the galleries, but I'm always the friend of the artist, and I'm always following the artist wherever they do the exhibition.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is really interesting because it's like you create your own collections with buying art that you love. So
Yes.
it's not like an investment.
No, because you can be a collector or investor, okay?
What is the difference? What do
because
you think?
If I would like to be an investor, and now that I have more knowledge with art after all these years, if I will do only for money, I will buy that artist, okay?
Yeah.
So when you buy that artist, you know that certain blue chip names that you buy in certain years
Yeah,
that they are
going
lower.
to-
For instance, 2024 is a low year, so you can get a very, very good deals with very good artists and very good artworks, okay? So this is what the investors do. Or they put the money in a fund, and these funds, they only buy art and things like this. For me, it's different. It's not about the money. It's about to follow the artist's career. It's about building a collection. And for building a collection, I need to have the artists for different places in the world.
Yeah.
And I would like to have all the artists from this current. Because what I like is figurative art, pop surrealism, a little bit like what they call bad art.
Yeah, bad art,
You
cute
know,
art.
cute art.
Yeah.
So this is what I like, and I'm very obsessed with eyes.
Yeah, big eyes.
Big eyes. I'm very obsessed with, even if it's only one eye, or the eye is like this, or anything, you know. I'm very obsessed with eyes because the eyes, they are talking to you, you know. So when you meet a person, I like to look in the eyes, you know, and it's the first thing I look. Yes. So I'm building something from the 21st century. I don't buy art from the 20th century.
Okay.
Even if they tell me, hey, why don't you buy this? This is such a good deal. You know, sorry, it has to be in my house, so
it's
I'm
not
not
for
going to
me.
buy. It's not for me. Yeah, but you're going to make a lot of money. How do you know? You know, nobody knows, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if you buy established artist that is dead or whatever, of course, in the long run, you are going to make money. But it's not so funny, you know?
Yeah.
It's an investment that most of these investment funds, they buy, they put it in the warehouse in the airport.
In the storage or something like
Every
that.
5 years they go, or every year, they look and they have an advisor say this, out.
Yeah, we sell.
They put it on the auction houses and then they continue. And it's a way of collecting, and it's a way of creating value. For me, I think if I do my research well, and I think my collection will be important one day.
Yeah, it's sure. I'm totally sure.
And if it's
about
not important,
it. It's not.
it's very important in
for
my
you.
heart. It's for me.
Yeah.
I collect for me, and when you do things for you, if you are happy with it, it's good.
Yeah.
Because if you do for the others, I don't buy an artwork because this other collector has it. I don't like that.
Yeah, so you
I
don't.
need to have my personality.
Yeah.
You know, I don't like to get influence for things I don't like.
Okay.
You know, the same that I didn't like to get influence when I grew up, and they told me you have to be a lawyer. Okay, yes, every young person can do the education or whatever, but doesn't mean that you are going to work on it afterwards, you know. So I like to have my own personality, my taste, and of course I listen to my family and we discuss many things, and sometimes some members of the family buy a big artwork that doesn't go through the door. But it's challenges that you get through the collecting process. And,
and it's also funny stories that you can
yes, there's
share,
so many funny
in
stories,
the
you
future.
know. Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is like interesting is you don't follow the trends, but
No.
now in the social media, for example Instagram, we can see that in my mind, you're kind of making the trends. You know, it's like because now you have a lot of collectors and also a lot of artists that support you, and a lot of collectors. They also interest about your tips.
Yes, because after all these years collecting, now I have been the last year giving more visibility of my artworks on Instagram, and I have started with the reels and talking, being less shy, you know, and I have reached a lot of people that I didn't expect because I don't follow the trend, you know. So there are a lot of collectors that they talk to me and they like my collection or they admire my collection. And some they are small collectors that they say, oh, I love this, whatever painting you bought. And this is something I would like to say for young collectors, okay? When you are a collector, you always dream about having, I don't know. For instance, one of my big dreams was to have a Takashi Murakami canvas, okay? And I dreamed that for many years. And I thought, okay, if I can't have a canvas, maybe I have a drawing. If not, maybe I have an art toy. If not, I buy the book, you know? So I started buying the book and the sticker for my computer, okay? And things like this, you know? But with the years, you realize that you don't need to be super rich to have a collection and to start collecting, because there are many ways, you know? For instance, I'm a person that I don't like to be at home, sitting, waiting for things to happen. I make things happening. So if somebody that I know, collector or galleries, invite me to an opening that I know that the artist might be there, 100% I go. And maybe it's not there afterwards, you know? But if it's there, you know, when we met in Paris,
I remember
it was because with Noritoshi, you know?
It was a link.
It was a link because Geraldine Sbero called me and she said, listen, I sent you the PDF, but Jean-Claude and Noritoshi, they are going to be there. So do you want to come? I was like, I'm there.
Yeah, I remember you sent me a message directly. Oh, okay, you're going? Let's connect, let's meet.
So I went there, I met Noritoshi. Noritoshi made me a drawing. He signed, he made me more than one drawing. I was like, can you make me another one? And I was so happy, you know? And I have them here. And it's so nice. It's like the whole collection thing. So maybe some people say, oh, I can't afford to have a Noritoshi. Okay, if you go to the opening of Noritoshi and Noritoshi is there, he will make you a drawing that you can frame. So you already have a drawing.
Yeah, and also, you know? It's like kind of unique. You know, so
yes.
Sometimes it's better to have this than a canvas, you know.
Yes, or it's better than to have a print, because then you have an original drawing. So what I would recommend to a lot of collectors and art enthusiasts that they want to be into this, when they go to an exhibition, have a little book, so where the artist can draw and bring a pen with you, you know, so he can make a drawing, he can make you a dedication or whatever, and it's really, really nice in the future to see it. Or if you have bought the book, bring the book, and the artist will make you something in the book. I think it's a very exciting moment for the art enthusiasts and young collectors, you know, even for more experienced collectors. For me, it's like my sanctuary, you know, so these cards, I frame them, and I like to see them, and it's really nice, because not everybody can afford a canvas, but if you like, you can build a collection of prints, drawings, dedications in the books, art books, sign art books. I will be the one under the rain queuing for getting, I don't know, the free print or the signed print. I like it. I think it's very, very nice. And in London, when they do the street artists, a lot of exhibitions, they do a lot of these things. And maybe they say the first 20, they get a print, or the first whatever, they will meet the artist, you know. So I'm there under the rain with my umbrella, you know. So I think it's a style of life. I like it.
Yeah, it's kind of a way of life.
And you can collect with almost free many things.
Yeah.
Not free, but you have to buy the book. But okay, if you buy a book for 20 or 30 euros, everybody
but you need to be the first. You
yes.
need to be the...
Oh, but you need to dedicate to a little bit of time for the experience, because art is about the experience.
Exactly.
The canvas that you buy in the end is the end of the process. And I never move out of the process because I don't stop in one canvas. I continue buying and meeting the artists, because when I like the artist, I like to buy more than one canvas, or I buy a drawing, I buy a canvas, because I like to have like the whole thing, you know. But the process until you get it, that maybe takes 2 or 3 years, is very interesting. It's really, really nice. And traveling, you know, and then you travel with your family, and you meet the artists in other countries. I will recommend everybody. We used to go to the beach when the children were young, but after 1 week in the beach, you are tired. You know, went to Spain, everybody with the umbrella. You know, it's like hot in the car. It was like really, really uncomfortable. You know. Now we travel for art, and we travel in cities.
Okay.
In the summer a lot. So many times it's very hot, but you get more experiences. And I think life is about experiences. You know. The less important thing is at the end if you buy the canvas. It's the whole process. This is what I love.
But it's like also you build a kind of relationship with the artist.
Yes.
Because now, as I know you as a friend,
Yes.
I know that you have like a lot of artists who are a friend of you.
Yeah, because the artists appreciate when you support them. And always they know that, for instance now, in 1 week I go to Amsterdam, and because there is one artist in my collection from Indonesia. I collect a lot of Indonesian artists, but it's a very special artist for me called Riol, like Samana Rio. And we have been friends for many years, and I collect his artwork since 2016. And we never met in person because for some circumstances. I always have been in a lot of his exhibitions, but we never could meet in person. And now we are going to meet in person, so we made it possible, you know. And he's with in the Street Art Museum doing an exhibition. It will be other Asian artists there, and the museum have been very supportive to help me with the hotel and to make it possible. They are organizing a dinner. It's really nice. It's an incredible weekend for me. It's like a dream, you know. So, and when you have a collection, all your artists have been young and emerging, and during some years they become more established. Doesn't mean that the ones that they are worth less money, they are less valuable for the collection, because some pieces, every piece has a memory, you know. When you bought it, how did you get it, how did you go there, how did you fight to get it, because sometimes you really need to fight, convince the galleries that you are the best person to have this artwork, you know. So you make yourself through. It's like a fight,
fighting,
you know, fighting. So you need to meet a lot of people, and the best is to go to the places and meet them in person. So I always try to meet all the artists and ask questions. And I don't like what I read, maybe or hear from others. I like the first-hand opinion about different artworks. Why do they start painting? What do they paint? How? If there are any symbols hiding in their artwork. I like to hear it firsthand, because then I understand better.
Okay, so this is your process of research and the manner how you need to collect and you need to promote the artist.
Yes, and I will say that if somebody introduced me to an artist, the first thing I will do, normally it's a gallery, or a friend, a collector on the Instagram, or an artist that starts following me on Instagram, you know? And then we do a conversation of 2 lines, maybe, or whatever, you know, or the gallery send me the PDF. I look, I go to social media, I look, and then I ask other friends, collector friends, or people I know, is like, do you know this artist? And many times, oh yes, this one, do you remember? But I didn't know all these things, you know? So then I explore a little bit, and then I try to meet him.
Okay.
Many times, maybe they are on the other side of the world and I can't. Sometimes we do a WhatsApp call, sometimes on Instagram a chat, you know, like this. And what I like is, like, the first time I buy an artwork, I like to see the original, an original painting, even if it's not what I'm going to buy. I try to meet a collector or galleries that maybe when they do a group show, and they have maybe one artwork that I know is not going to be for me because this is for another collector, and then I go to the exhibition to see it,
see the works.
to see the quality, to see the finish, you know. I think it's very important, because sometimes when you see art in Instagram or in pictures on the PDF they send you, you can't appreciate, you know. It's like sometimes in the picture they don't make justice for the artwork, you know. So I think it's important to train your eye as well, to go to a lot of things. I go to a lot of museums on a weekly basis, and even if I go to in London or whatever, in Switzerland or in Spain, any museum, I go and maybe stay half an hour because I train my eye. And I don't believe in staying in a museum more than 1.5 hours, 2 hours, because you get too
lost yourself.
Too lost. So I prefer to go to a museum, see one floor, see 200 artworks, for instance, and then go, you know, because then you retain better. That if you are the whole day looking at museums,
you will be tired.
You are tired, and then in the end you don't appreciate, you know. So it's better to take on Saturday or Sunday, whatever. In London, all the museums are free, so it's incredible, and all the galleries are free. So you have like a free weekend, and you just buy a cafe latte and spend the whole day if you want. Yes.
And you trust and you believe into emerging artists.
Yes.
So you think they're going to be the next step and the next established one. So it's
young
really
artists. And for instance, you and I yesterday, we went to see the Royal College of Arts.
Yeah, of course.
And they are all young artists that they are starting, okay? I don't know if you noticed, but it's very different. When you see so many artists and so many artworks, they were very passionate, and they really were explaining you about every artwork, the meaning and the storytelling.
And it was really exciting.
Very exciting, you know? So maybe every artist had 1 or 2 artworks maximum, and they were very exciting. I explained you about the whole process, you know? For instance, I remember this South Korean artist that we saw. She explained me the whole process. She came from South Korea with a Christmas tree. She burned it in London, made her charcoal, and with the charcoal, she made all the artwork. I think it was like 10 meters long.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. And every part of the canvas, it was a part of the story.
And
it was a story behind. Yes, and it was like the history plus her story, plus the Guardian, plus the symbols with this tiger. You know, it's like when the artists are young, they're very passionate, and sometimes commercial galleries destroy them. And they lose the passion, and they think, I'm going to sell quickly. I get out 10 paintings, bad paintings, and then they lose the quality, they lose their inner beliefs for painting, you know, because art has to come from inside, you know.
Totally
so you can't paint for the others to like. The first thing is that the artist needs to like what they paint. Once they are happy with that, and then they have to see what the other ones, the observer, is going to say. But if the observer gets disappointed in an art where you don't even like to paint, it's not a disappointment. So it's better follow your heart. And in young artists, you see that. More established artists, sometimes they have a lot of assistants, they have a lot of... it's different. That's why I like to meet them when they lose
some motivations also.
Yes. They lose a little bit of the
identity, genetic.
Yes. So it's really powerful art when you meet them young. I think that's why I like to collect them when they are young, and then I like to continue the process with them.
And to see them evolve into...
Yes. There is this artist, for instance, in Spain, that is one of the first artworks we bought. The first colorful artwork we bought. He's called Edgar Plans. We bought a green mouse, and he's a mouse hero. It was like different heroes than the ones he's doing now, okay? So I bought this artwork. Well, in reality, my husband bought the artwork, and we were buying a black and white horse that is there. And then my husband said, okay, let's buy as well this one for the children's room, you know? And I was like, no. sorry, but I can't have this canvas in my house because it's green.
Yeah.
Right? I don't like green.
Yeah, you don't
It's
like
my
the
worst
green?
color.
Okay.
I love all the colors, but green is my
So
less
if
favorite.
one day I have a gift, I will not
No.
send it something
No,
green.
I don't buy a green dress for a wedding or anything like that, okay? So we bought this artwork finally because my husband wanted, and we put it in the children's room. He liked it so much that next time, because we have been traveling a lot, moving to different countries, every time we move, when the removal company came to take all the things from the house, he said, no, don't take the green mouse, I take it myself. He takes it under the arm, and it's big like this, okay? So always from house to house, he took it in the car, and then from the children's room, went to his office, from his office to another office in another house, and now he's in his office here on top of the fireplace, you know? This is an artwork that is a very important part in our collection. And it was very cheap when we bought it.
Okay.
Now this art sells very, very expensive, okay?
I know.
But it marked the opening of myself to accept colors, okay? And I like to dress in colors more now, but for a period, I couldn't. So I was always very conservative, black, beige, brown, grey, you know? So I didn't dare, but this artwork is what it opened up to other artworks, because during COVID, when we saw as well all the amount of artists that were doing colors, because we had a lot of colors with the street art, but it was different because they don't have eyes, many times they're graffiti writers, it's calligraphy, it's different, you know?
Not the same knowledge and...
No, it's different. But when you see artists that they use a lot of color, the use of colors and combinations of colors is very, very important, because every combination is different and they get inspiration from different sources, because they are sad, or because they are happy, or because some artists, they combine better the colors than others, and I find it very, very, very interesting. So I'm, since let's say 2018, I'm like crazy about colors, you know? It's like this one you were looking now from Okuda,
we can
coloring the wall, you know?
Yeah.
And he uses every color. So it's really, really, I love Okuda and his artworks. It's really nice.
It's amazing.
Yeah, he gives a lot of
energy,
personality,
powerful.
energy. Yeah, very powerful. Yeah, I really like them. Yeah.
And I have a question, which is like more into the market of art. What do you think about like those last past 2 years with the market, with COVID, and right now? What do you think about the evolutions? It's been like kind of crazy.
Okay, before COVID, it was like this or worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I started collecting art, I would never have the problem not to find what I wanted. It was the role of the gallerist to convince the collector to buy the artwork, because this is a good investment, or you are going to regret if you don't buy it, you are going to love it, this artist is going to be very famous, anything, you know? Then, during COVID, it was a bubble, because we were at home, bored, we didn't have anything to do, we made a lot of friendships on Instagram, and we were looking at a lot of YouTube videos and trying to exercise from home and things like this. So we bought more than ever. Because it brought us joy. And the situation was so terrible outside that we needed joy, you know? So we bought a lot of colorful artworks. And a lot of people dedicate the time to paint their home, painting the walls in colors, buying new cushions for the sofa, and buying a lot of art, you know? Now, we are back in normal. We're in reality. I don't think 2024 is like a horrible year for art. It's more like a normal.
Yeah, classic.
So I think we are probably in 2018 or 2019 now. So the art world fluctuates. It's never like the same. And sometimes, like, for instance, I'm going to tell you something, for instance, when for instance, 2018, it was I realized that if you buy in auctions in the UK, before the English people have to pay their taxes, always there is like 1 or 2 auctions that are very cheap. Because everybody tried to get rid of, street artist prints and things like this, you know. So you can get good opportunities. So for me, for instance, I follow one of these platforms that they give you all the results for the auctions.
Yeah.
Normally I don't buy in auctions, only if there is a very, very good opportunity. Or if a very dear artist
that you're in love with.
That I'm in love, and then I see that it's not fair, that is artwork, because a bad moment in the market is going to go for that price, then I buy it.
Okay.
If I like it.
It's kind of support again.
Yes, because if not, I know that some flippers are going to buy it and flip it 3 months later for double of the price. So I don't like this behavior in the market, that it was a big trend during the COVID.
Yeah, and also now still continue a little bit.
I think many of the flippers, they are gone. So this is good, because many they bought even without money, with loans. And now the interest rate, they are higher, so if they have to pay like 5% or 7%, and then they don't want, you know, because the interest rate were like 1% or 2%, you know.
Making cash.
And they knew that it was a quick cash, you know. Now most of them, they are gone. So now the collectors that they keep buying, they're real collectors. Some collectors this year, they buy less, maybe for economic reasons, or because they feel that the last years they have bought a lot and they really want to wait to see. But the real collectors, they are all there. And I meet them. I came from Art Basel now, and I met lots of them. They are all there, and I will go this year to Korea.
Okay, Kiev.
To Kiev and Fries, Korea, and I'm going to meet some of them there. So the art world keeps going, and Art Basel, it was a lot of life, a lot of fun, and it was a fantastic experience. Because the good thing there is all the people you meet. The best of art collecting is the journey and the people you meet on the way. Collectors, artists, art enthusiasts, art lovers that they don't have money, others that they have money and they don't know how to collect. It is like, you know, everybody mixed, and from every country, from every background, because the art speaks to everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
So it's really nice. Yes.
This is good. Also, you act also like curators, no? Because you will have some project in mind, or
I have.
What's next?
Yes, I have some projects. I have some projects in mind now. Now I'm writing a book. Okay. And I hope you write me a couple of things in my book.
For sure.
That I ask you.
With pleasure.
Yes, and my book is about my journey as an art collector.
Okay.
So what I wanted to do is to make like exhibition about the representation of my collection. Okay, so I team up with Galleries Barrow and Gallery Carl Costial. Yeah. And we are doing a show together. They are helping me to do it, and it will be the week of Art Basel in October in Paris. So it's a very important week in Paris, very cool. And I have invited a lot of people and a lot of galleries that they are in this journey with me, that they are helping me to grow my collection. I would like them to come and present my book, my ideology. And it's going to be around 30 artists of my collection, representing what I like. And I'm the curator of the theme as well. That is called Life is Beautiful by Soniabblondon.
Okay.
Because the concept of my collection is Life is Beautiful. Because I like to transmit happiness to the people, because art took me out in my more depressive years, and it always helps. And when I learn how happy you can be in this journey of art, I want other people to understand that you don't have to spend money if you don't want. Just go and support the artist, just go and have the drink, just go and go to the museum, go to the exhibition, interact with other people. It's like going to a party. It's like a cocktail party, really, every opening in a gallery, you know? So it's really a social thing. So I don't understand why here, for instance, in London, I have many friends, they never want to come, you know? And it's like, I text them like, hey, I'm going to be in this opening, why don't you come with me, and blah, blah. Oh, no, Art, they feel like, no, we'll have to buy, we don't, you know? Okay. So, no, first, just get to know the gallery, the artist, everything. Maybe one day you buy. Let's see what happens, you know? So, It's a way of enjoying life, I think. For me,
And for you, what is the best part in this art market? Like, is to open the artworks, is to contact the artist?
No, for the artist. For
Yeah.
me, the best part is to meet the artist in the studio.
Okay.
Or if it's not possible in the studio, in a gallery or in a cafe, to meet the artist and make like an informal interview, let's say, not the interview, but like to have a conversation with the artist about what they think about life, how do they see themselves in the future, to see if they are serious about being an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Some artists, maybe they are not serious enough to commit themselves to be an artist full time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they paint in the weekends or whatever. I think for me, to follow this artist, I need to see a commitment.
Yeah.
I need to see that the artist is serious and wants to be an artist all his
All
life.
his life, okay.
Yes, not like he works in an office Monday to Friday and then
Then he paints a
paints
weekend.
on weekend and then I don't. In general, no, because if an artist is true to the artistic world, we'll find a job that is related to the career. So we'll find a job, maybe
Like
I don't know, assistant of gallery, or assistant artist, or I don't know, part-time in art fairs, because they don't. An artist should never be disconnected from the art world.
From the art world, yeah.
You know, so it's very important as well that they mentor each other, the artists. They interact, younger artists with older artists. I was, for instance, in Florence this year, in the Museum of Novecento, and we were in an exhibition of André Butzer, fantastic exhibition. It's going to be until the end of the summer.
Okay.
And it was really, really nice, okay? And but one of the very nice things of this exhibition, it was that the artists came with a lot of young artists that he's mentoring, and they're mentoring each other. And the day after the exhibition in the museum, they did another exhibition of the young artists that he is creating a current, and the other artists are following. So this is really, really the way it should be, you know. We landed an artwork from our collection for the exhibition. It's there, so if somebody goes, they can see it.
Okay.
It's a very beautiful portrait of a woman with a blue dress, and I love it. And the experience was fantastic. The exhibition was really nice, but the whole ambience, a lot of galleries were supporting the museum exhibition.
Okay.
Galleries that have been with the artist
Working.
through different periods of his life, and all together making this possible, lending artworks to the museum, the young artists being there supportive. This is what I say is
Beautiful.
like beautiful.
Yeah, because there is all the connections between
Yes.
everybody, and there is no competition. So
No, everybody together to make possible a fantastic show, you know. So this is what I like, really.
So okay.
Yes.
I have like to close the interview. Can you explain me what is your best souvenir of this journey, this adventure into the art world?
Like one object or
what you want, whatever you want. Like maybe a best meeting or.
I
Your
have
best
so
souvenir.
many. I feel so happy that I have so many opportunities to meet wonderful artists, and I don't want to say that it's better to meet this artist or this other artist.
Yeah.
Because it depends on, you know. Now, because my collection is bigger, maybe I have more opportunities to meet more established artists. But one of the big souvenirs, if you're going to call it like this, of last year, for instance, was our trip to Japan. Okay? Yeah. So it was not for meeting artists in particular. It was just to see the tendencies in Japan and to get renovation in the brain, seeing different things, you know. So we stay in Tokyo, Kyoto, and we went one day to NCR, the Museum of Yoshitomo Nara. It's a private museum owned by him. It's like 1.5 hours from Tokyo by train. It's very, very easy to get there. And nothing it was about meeting artists. It was just how the vibes of art, they I don't know how to explain. The ambience, the vibes, the smells, the connections. For instance, we went to this museum in Roppongi Hills that they had a lot of Takashi Murakami sculptures outside with a big spider of Louis Bourgeois. And then inside, it had this incredible Yoshitomo Nara canvas, you know. And then in the end of the museum, I bought like a couple of books, you know, art books, again, you know. So it's not one thing. The whole thing is a souvenir, you know. So it was really, really. I had a very good memories from the Japan trip. This year we'll go back.
Yeah. Okay. And you're going to visit.
Different this time we are going to see new things. We are going to meet some artists. We are going as well after Tokyo. We'll go to Kyoto, and then we'll go to Kiev in Korea. Then I want to go to Taipei because we have some friends there, galleries and artists in Taipei. So it's very nice. And then Hong Kong, because there are very good collectors in Hong Kong that we are friends and we share our interests. And we are going to have dinner with the collectors. Very nice. I feel very, very privileged.
Okay.
Yeah. So the whole thing is a present. Life is a present, I think. And the whole collecting journey is an adventure. And you can make it your way of living. So this is my experience.
This is awesome because also we see like you have like a lot of press interview is coming up next.
Yes.
So
there are some more interviews coming now. Some magazines, some interest in the Middle East, because I'm advisor to some Saudi Arabian family for art collecting, and we are doing some projects. In the future they will be announced, and so more interest from people from the Middle East. So soon there will be some articles in some magazines, and I'm very happy. It's like I don't know, this is like a dream, you know. It's like everything I wanted, and always I try to help as much as I can and be always positive and mentoring the artists and young collectors. And I feel that always I believe that karma exists. So when you give, you receive, and this is the way I chose to live my life.
But I think you deserve it, you know, and I just wanted to say you congratulations for all the things you bring for the art world, for the artists. And thank you very much.
I will keep collecting. I'm never going to stop. You'll have to kill me before. And if I don't have money for expensive, I'm not going to sell the ones I have, okay? Because I don't like selling, you know that. I buy, but I don't sell. I like to keep them in the collection, because the collection is like a chain. It's a chain. I see it like a chain, and then some places in the chain, they have more importance, let's say. But if you sell some artworks, you break the chain. So I believe that 90% of my artworks, they will break the chain. So it will be very sad to sell some artworks because they reflect my life. You know.
And also your family.
My family.
Your family is going to
the trips, the decisions. So I would like them to keep it.
Okay. Thank you very much, Sonia.
Thank you very much.
It was very good.